Maple Leafs forever on the Fired Up Network.
Hey everybody, this is Joseph Pasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome us to a special edition of Maple Leafs Forever. You see the lady there, the female version of Don Cherry, the man there, the female version of I don't know what. There you go, that's Norm Rumack.
The female.
Yes. Game 3 tonight, Sunrise, Florida. By the way, for all those people who spent $1,200 to Maple Leaf playoff games, you could get 2 seats at here, Sunrise, Florida, for Game 3 for $50 Canadian, 2 seats for $50 American on Sunday. Why not make it go to Florida for the weekend, Mother's Day weekend? Happy Mother's Day to Norm and to Digit Murphy. Norm, what did you get Digit for her Mother's Day?
Pardon me? What was that, Joe?
What did you get Digit for her Mother's Day?
I got her a presents on your show, Joe.
Ooh,
yeah.
What a great gift.
The cheapskate can't get you even a toonie, which is worth 2 cents American. All right?
Oh, my God.
Now, Digit, Game 2, I said, critical for the Maple Leafs. If they want to win the series, they got to win both games at home. They did it. They finally listening to the president of the provinces of Canada, the mayor-elect of North America, soon to run for the Pope of North America, since the guy, congratulations, from Chicago, all right? But you need somebody from Toronto. What do you expect here tonight, 7 p.m., Digit?
You know, I'll tell you, you have been right. I'm a little nervous. You've been right way too much, so you're going to be wrong tonight. Panthers have to win.
I didn't pick the Maple Leafs tonight yet. Hold on.
I know, but you've been right so far. That's what I'm saying, which is a little scary for me, which means that, I don't know, the stars and moon are aligning, Joe, for you to be right. That's kind of weird. But I think Panthers are going to win tonight. They're in front of their home crowd. It's just going to be a bloodbath. They're going to beat the crap out of the Maple Leafs, and it's going to be 5-2. I'm going out there. I'm going hard. I'm going out there. 5-2.
We'll never
Panthers.
be 5-2.
Panthers rock.
Yeah, right. Panthers rock.
Well,
that's why we lost 2 games. You know, put it this way: if the Maple Leafs lose 5-2 tonight, Norm will get a licking from Brad Marchand. Norm, who's your pick?
What was my pick for the series? My pick for the series was originally, as you know, Joe, was the Panthers to win it in 7. That pick's not looking so good right now, that's for sure. But I think Digit's spot on. Florida knows they have to win tonight. It's a must win. There's no options. It's a must win. I think they're going to bring out all the tools out of their toolbox, meaning their hard physical play, their intimidating play, and their skill. They've got lots of skill. The area they've been lacking, I don't know if you and Digit agree, but the goalkeeping hasn't been quite up to snuff. I haven't seen any wow, what an amazing save from Florida yet. The goals the Leafs are scoring, credit to the Maple Leafs. I'm not taking away from what they've done. They don't really, why should they care how they go in? As long as they go in, they're doing the right thing. They're doing what they're supposed to. But as far as Florida's concerned, the goalkeeping isn't the brand of, wow, he really stole a period. He stole a game. That was like a surefire goal. And if that continues, Florida's going to be going golfing in a big hurry. And that starts with tonight. There's lots of great golf courses in Florida, but I don't think the Panthers want to go there. But if they don't get the goalkeeping, it won't matter what kind of predictions we're making. You've got to get stand on your head goalkeeping. The Leafs goalkeeping has been much better, even with the injury to Stolar. So, we'll see what happens, but I think that's where the biggest change has to take place. And I think Digit was right in terms of the physicality. Florida has all the physical capabilities. They're, to me, being old, almost 70, it reminds me. Good. Oh, thanks, Digit.
She likes you in the tank top. She likes you in the tank top. By the way, Digit. Yeah, see? By the way, Digit, first of all, at the end of the show, I'm going to ask you to do something because tomorrow, Saturday, May 10th, is Norm's 700th birthday. All right? So Norm's birthday is tomorrow, and then Mother's Day is on Sunday. All right? So we'll do something at the end of the show. But Norm, All right. So you're picking
Yeah.
Florida tonight. Do you agree it's going to be more than a 1 or 2 goal game?
Well, the number of goals doesn't really matter. I think it's just more that Florida has to apply all that knowledge they've gained from being in back-to-back Stanley Cup title chases and winning the second one. And, we saw last year, if I'm not mistaken, the Oilers came back in the series. They won, 2 or 3 games in a row. And then game 7, a lot of us, myself included, thought, okay, well, the Oilers got this one. And Florida comes out and wins. So I think Matthew Tkachuk has to lead the way. He is the captain for a reason. He and his brother are 2 of the most feared power forwards in the game, and he's got to lead the way with that physicality. I think they've got to finish every check in thumping style, get their crowd into the game. The Leafs are going to try and take the crowd out of the game, right, and keep them quiet. And so I think Florida has to come out and make a statement in the first period. And it's not how many goals, it's just their style of play, their brand. They remind me of the mid-'70s Philadelphia Flyers. Flyers were highly skilled. The Flyers were, well, it's not an exaggeration. They were very dirty. They were able to get away. Their philosophy under the late Fred Shero was carry out as many infractions as you can because the referees aren't going to call all of them. They can't. Otherwise, the game will never finish. So the Flyers knew they had excellent penalty killing, and they would, stick and spear and fight and elbow, everything you can name. But it led them to 2 Stanley Cup championships. And I think the Panthers have a little bit of that in their DNA, but they haven't been using it.
All right, so here we go. And Norm mentioned a couple good points here. So far, 2 games in, Tkachuk has been invisible. All right, that Tkachuk has been invisible there. Did you mention the goaltending? Bobrovsky hasn't played up to snuff. And when Joseph Wall, who's cold, comes in and makes some big saves at the end of game 2, no wonder Maple Leafs are up 2-0. Now, Stolarz is gone for the series, I have heard. He's gone for the series. So it's going to be Joseph Wall. Now, I'm going to say this. The closer this game is, 2-1, 3-2, 4-3, heading into the last, let's say, 10 minutes of the third period, the Maple Leafs will win that game. If it is 4-1 Florida, 4-2 Florida with 10 minutes left, Florida may win 5-2. That's the prediction there. All right, that's the prediction. Now, I mentioned it was do or die. They need to win game 2. Matthews, Marner, Tavares, Nylander, Riley, the core 4, 5, 6, whatever, have to come up with the biggest game of their careers. This series, if they do that, will be done in 5. If they go up 3-0, we'll be done in 5. And I got to say this, okay? Watching, I know Norm watched it, Edmonton, Vegas last night. How amazing would a Stanley Cup be between Edmonton and Toronto? And Norm wasn't even born the last time. No, well, that never happened. But anyways, Edmonton and Toronto, and hopefully tonight, Winnipeg bounces back. They lost to Dallas in a very, very close game. Norm, I'm going to tell you to sit back for a couple minutes. Me and Digit are going to talk about the Toronto Scepters winning game 1 and tonight game 2. But before we talk about that, we got to talk about Ottawa upsetting Montreal in Montreal.
My girl, Cheyenne Darkangelo, baby. Cheyenne Darkangelo.
Of the Toronto
Captain of my team, baby. Cheyenne has played for me since I was in China. She's played for me since 2017. So she's one of the most underrated, undervalued player in women's hockey right now. And she showed how valuable she was last night. Scored the game winner. I think she had 1 point last year. She had 17 points this year. And that's because Carla McLeod and the Ottawa Charge learned how to actually use Cheyenne Darkangelo on the first line, in the center, feeding Jenner, getting on top of pucks on the forecheck. She is just money because all those little things that keep the puck in the offensive zone, or screen, take away the goalie's eyes on the power play. All those little things that what makes Cheyenne Darkangelo an unbelievable player. And that, my friend, is what won last night, was those kind of little plays, those little details that unfortunately Marie-Philippe Belen, Stacy, they just couldn't put a game together. And quite frankly, Joe, I'm a little worried about the darlings of the French province of Quebec because they haven't been winning down the stretch. So I think they're probably gonna take game 2, but the Charge, unbelievable, great presence. Yeah,
The Charge
that's
are
my
in
take on the
charge.
Charge.
All right, now the Scepters and the Frost, game 2. Scepters winning game 1, 3-2. What do you expect tonight? By the way, the game's at Coca-Cola Coliseum at 7 p.m. Norm will not be there, but he will drink a lot of Coca-Cola.
In honor of the Coca-Cola. Joe, it was a bigger game than the scoreboard. I mean, Minnesota didn't have it. I don't know if it was the travel or whatever. They've been on the road for a long time. Toronto handily gave them, I'd said 3-2, but they were all over them. I think that Minnesota has a lot of weapons in their arsenal, but Toronto has more. I think Toronto's going to win again tonight, and it may even be like a 4-1 game. I think it's going to be Toronto. I think it's going to be just like the NHL that you're wishing for. It could be an all-Canadian final in the PWHL.
All right. First of all, we got a question from guess who? Did you guess
Patricia,
who?
my
Yes.
fan.
First of all, saying,
I have a fan.
Patricia wants to know, what do you want for your birthday, Norm? And second of all, wait, don't answer that. Saying, Digit, can you take Norm shopping for more tank tops?
Yeah, we got to have him with one that says, "I am woman, hear me roar."
Yeah, and I was around when that song was on the chart in 1970 by Helen Reddy.
That's right. That's right.
All right, we're going to do a music show now. All right, Norm, so answer Patricia's question. What do you want for your birthday?
Well, how about another tank top?
So when Digit comes from her palatial estates in Rhode Island, comes back to Toronto, she'll give you a pink tank top, and I want you to wear it on the air.
Okay.
Yeah, all sure. Right. I have no problem with that. Yeah, I'll be glad to wear it on the air.
So similar question from Patricia to Digit. What are you doing for Mother's Day?
Going out to dinner with my lovely children. I don't know if you know this. Anyone knows this. I have 6 children. I don't know how many will be there, and a grandbaby and one on the way. But the good thing about having so many children is there's always someone around on Mother's Day to take you out. So no, we're going out to dinner, and can't wait to see my little kidlets. They're all old, so they take time out of their busy lives to come see the old lady. So it's gonna be fun.
All right. She asked another question. What is Norm doing for Mother's Day?
Well, for Mother's Day, actually, I'm going out with my brother and sister-in-law. We're going to celebrate Mother's Day, and Saturday is my 70th birthday. So we're going to celebrate having family.
We established
What's that?
We established that you're.
Yeah, well, but you asked me what I'm doing. That's what we're doing. We're going out as a family.
Yeah, but what restaurant are you going? She mentioned a restaurant. Are they paying the bill for you? Or are you finally taking out wallet that's filled with dust and everything like that? Come on.
No, I'm being treated on this occasion, Joe. So
he's being treated.
And my mom will be there as well, Joe. I don't know if
so.
Norm. My mom is still with us. So.
Okay.
Oh, really? Good for her. That's great. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
She's a pistol, just like me. She's not giving up.
So,
excellent.
All right, hold on. Before I lose control here, we want to know.
Before I lose control.
Yeah. So
you've already lost control, Joe.
How old's your mom?
My mom's 84.
84. Okay.
Wow.
So for people, don't forget your mom. Special Mother's Day. If you have one, go out, spend time with your mom and all that. And if you don't have one, look back at the many memories that you have with your mom there. Okay. And Norm, honestly, happy birthday. Digit, you want to sing him happy birthday? He loves when I sing him.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
Wow.
to you. Happy birthday, dear Norm. Happy birthday to you and many more.
Hold on here. Patricia
Digit,
wants to know, Norm could be the next coach in hockey, and Digit, you'll be a singer, an R&B singer, a 1970s singer. Come on. All right. Now, before Norm loses control here, we're at Maple Leafs Forever. The Maple Leafs Game 3 in Sunrise, Florida. They're up 2-0 against Florida. Digit says Florida will win 5-2. Norm says Florida will win. He doesn't care about the score. All right. So I got two Florida. I think Florida is going to win today, but since I'm the president of the provinces of Canada, the mayor-elect of North America, took over for the leaf blower from Norm. I told you I'm not going to give a score. If the game's 10 minutes left, and no, hold on, and it's, let's say, a tie or 1-goal game, the Maple Leafs will win. If it's a 2-goal game or more, the Maple Leafs will lose. Remember, Sunday, Mother's Day, 7:30 is Game 4. 7:30 is Game 4. And by the way, Winnipeg Dallas on Sunday is at 4:30. Hopefully, I'll wake up Norm like 9 o'clock in the morning because I know he'll be a little bit Michigan-us, from his birthday party filled with cakes and all that. Norm, you better eat a piece of cake, okay? I know you're on a strict diet. Whatever you see, you eat, especially pizza. But you better eat a piece of cake, all right, Norm? Any last comments here as we close out Maple Leafs Forever?
Go Panthers, baby. Go Panthers. They're my team. I gotta root for the Floridians. Now I'm on the Florida.
She's from Florida, so
yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. All right.
I'm really not.
No,
He's saying it.
Well, you have a home in Florida. You know, Norm, you gotta visit Digit's home in Florida. She has a pool. She has a 90-inch TV. She has all this, man. We got to go to Florida.
You do not want to go to Florida right now, guys, because they're calling you the 51st state with the Florida guy in the White House.
I have a conference call with Mr. Orange. It should be the 63rd state because, Norm, I know you know this. We got 10 provinces, 2 territories, and 1 Norm Rumack, whose birthday is tomorrow. So happy 700th birthday. Happy birthday. And by the way, I know you're a Leaf blower. You don't want me to say go Panthers, go. Go Leafs, go. Go Leafs, go. All right. And before we close out, we talked about Edmonton. We talked about Winnipeg there and Capitals coming back, tying up that series. Norma, what do you think? Give me your predictions for the other series. I know you picked Florida. You're wrong. I know you picked Vegas. You're wrong. I know you. Who did you pick with Washington, Carolina?
No, I didn't pick Vegas. I picked Edmonton. I said I'm going to be a homer. I said I'm going to be a homer, and I'm cheering for the 2 Western teams, for Winnipeg and Edmonton. So that was my pick.
But I didn't pick it on logic. Who did you? I didn't ask you about the Western teams. I asked you about Carolina and Washington.
Okay, well, my original pick was Washington in 7.
All right, Digit, who's your pick?
I think I told you this earlier. I love Rob Brindamore. I don't think they're as skilled as Washington, but I'm gonna play for the guys that punch you in the mouth every single day, and I'm gonna root for the Carolina Hurricanes.
And it's going to be a rematch of 2004, the Eastern Conference Final, Toronto Maple Leafs, Carolina Hurricanes, and Winnipeg and Edmonton. 3 out of 4 Canadian teams. Hopefully, we're going to have an all-Canadian final. Speak to Gary because I know he won't let that. But Norm will give me his 2 knee, and Gary Bettman likes me. All right. So, Digit, tell everybody how they could get a hold of you and tell them about your new NIL deal that you're going to see here on the Fired Up Network.
Yeah, we started a new agency called the United Women's Sports NIL Agency. We specialize in getting opportunities for women in the NIL space, and we also educate, empower, and include them in the conversation. You can find me on LinkedIn at Digit Murphy. You can find us on Instagram, everything Digit Murphy. And then for our agency, it's UWS_NIL_agency. And yeah, we're all over the place doing lots of cool stuff. We got a workshop coming up in June during Tech Week in New York, June 6th. Sign up to come. And if you're not able to come to New York, write it in to me, because if I get enough people that want to watch this on Zoom, I'm going to try to stream it. We can maybe stream it on Joe's network. So that'll be kind of fun. But I need critical mass of people that want to watch it. So if you're listening out there, Patricia, I know you're going to do it, but Patricia and friends, let's get the word out that NIL is important for women in the sports space. Yeah.
All right.
That's
And
it.
Norm,
That's my little commercial.
Norm just texted me. Norm, the answer is no. Cannot
No.
get digits. All right. Don't get digits. And if you want it, it's 1-800 never bother. All right. Norm?
Well, digit for a ma and a grandma, you look exceptionally young. You could.
Thank you.
I would have guessed you to be like 40-ish.
She's
Oh my
48. 48. 80 for 48. That's it. All right.
Let me just say, I'm a boomer, is all I'm going to say. I'm proud to be a boomer, a baby boomer. But I'm old.
Well,
It's Italian. I'm the Italian skin.
you have the kind of energy that I would have picked you to have been at Woodstock in 1969. But
I'm not that old. I was a little younger than that, but yes.
no, but you have the looks
was.
to have been at the. No, you have the looks though to have been at the Woodstock in 1999.
And thank you.
Woodstock.
And the voice. I was singing.
So stay tuned on Sunday or next week for Norm's new dating show here on the Fan or on the Fired Up Network. Thanks a lot for watching.
Maple Leafs forever on the Fired Up Network.
Oh my God, that's